Good evening, members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. How's everybody doing tonight? For those who follow here on Restream, on YouTube, on Facebook, and for those who follow my short reel TikToks under APCS895, how are you doing? I tried a live feed on doing a live feed on YouTube, but it wasn't that good. It tried to boot me off. It was acting up. I was on there for 30 minutes. So I decided to come to Restream because I don't have those kind of problems here on Restream. I don't know what's going on with their sites there, but it's crazy. So I'm back on Restream, brother and sisters. Cousin Jesse won't be here probably till around Thursday or Friday. So I'm going solo tonight, but that's okay. Uh, Cousin Jesse deserves a little break there, you know. So I'm doing a live tonight. You know, for the next couple of days, I'll be doing live, going solo. Um, I've been working on some pictures. I'm thinking about saving some of them for Wednesday. But we're talking about the spiritual talk of the DDN and the different manifestations, brothers and sisters. There you go. There's my bro's brother Ernesto Hernandez. How you doing? Let me share this to the groups that I shared to on Facebook. How you doing? What's up, bro? What's up, Sister Linda? Sharing out this to the pages or groups that I shared to. Whether people view them there or not, I do not know. But I know I have followers that come follow me here. So I'm done sharing. Yeah, I used to be able to share. Uh, it's just sometimes it's hard when you try to do a live on like Facebook and gives the rules and regulations like on Facebook. Like on Facebook right now, any live I do here, they're deleting any lives you do on Facebook. So you either you save it or they're gonna delete it. So you have to download the video somewhere to save it. If or once you put it on YouTube, you don't have to worry about it. But they will delete it off off of YouTube. Something that they're doing. I mean, off of Facebook. That's something that they're doing now. So how's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody is doing good. Man, yeah, I was doing good over there, but I don't know that live the way they got it set up is. I mean, I see myself like real big on the screen, and then it's like all of a sudden there was that interruption, and it disconnected me from the live. Then we brought me back, but I lost a lot of the viewers that I had. So I had to get out of there. I think YouTube for lives, the only way it would be good if you do it off your phone, because I've done lives off my cell phone, and it's been pretty good when you do the lives off the phone, because when you do it off your cell phone, you're able to add a guest. You know. So how's everybody doing? Tonight we're talking about the DDN, the abbreviations for the DDN. Uh, what it means is disembodied demonic Nephilim. Uh, yeah, me and my bro, we had an encounter. We used to see him all the time when we were growing up. Me and my brother. One time, we were fighting. It was like around 10:30. We were just fighting with each other, you know. And I remember my mother is like, if you don't stop, say you'll see. It said the Cosa Mala is gonna come for you. She's saying the evil one is gonna come for you, right? So we kept on, fighting, and then it's okay. That's it. You go into the store. I'm gonna say into the store, uh, and go get me something before it closes. Because it closed at 11. It said, go to the store, go get me this. It said, you'll see that the cosa mala, that's what we call it in Spanish, is it's going to come for you. This is in the 70s. And I think like 73, 74, I don't know, we're kids. And we had one of remember those banana seats that the bikes have? And my brother, he was the one pedaling. Uh, we got on the bike and we were laughing. It's like, there's no cosa mala. There's nothing out here. I was in the back seat and I look and I see this little dark shadow figure coming running after us out of the yard. It had little horns. It had little horns and it looked like Pan, or it had little horns. He was running and I told my brother, it's coming for it. He was looking and man, he started pedaling the hell out of that bike. And we pedaled all the way to the store. The store wasn't that far. The store was like two blocks away. So we're at the store, and I can't even remember what she told us to get for her. I think she sent us to get a candy or something. I can't remember. I think it was she liked those little bag of lemon drops. I'm thinking that's what it was. So me and my brother we're stalling the store, because we don't want to go home because of that. Like a dark shadow figure with horns that was following us. So I said, and we're like, okay, so what's the game plan, bro? What we're gonna do? So when we go out there, let's stay in the light. I said there's certain parts that are lighted up. Let's stay in the light. Let's not go into the darkness, right? That's what we said to each other. So we're following the game plan. We're not even on the bike. He's got the bike on his hand, and we're just staying in the light, looking into the dark areas to see if we see no movement. We finally make it to our block. So we're at the block, and we're right there by the light in the corner. But then there's a big section where it's darkness, and there's a light that's in the almost midway of the street. I said, all right, bro. I said, get on. He's like, get on. So I'm gonna pedal to the light. Man, we start pedaling to the light, and man, he comes out of nowhere. This dark shadow figure with horns. It looks like the shape of horns, right? But they're black. And it starts chasing us. He came out of a yard like he was waiting for us, and we start pedaling the bike, and we get into the light, and I think we're saying we're in the light. Man, you see that shadow figure past the light, and it's coming still chasing us. My brother jumped off the bike. We left the bike I think outside the yard. He jumped off the bike. I jumped off the bike. We take a running. It's gaining ground on us, and we jump in the house. Close the door real quick. And my mom is like, I told you I was going to come for you. I told you how to behave. You don't want to listen. He chased us all the way into the yard. How you doing, Brother Law Morgan? We got Monica Davis back. Yeah. He's scared. I mean, fear. So like we were like, what the hell, and what's weird about these things, when sometimes they show themselves, they show themselves accordingly to your age, right? So if you're a kid, right, sometimes you might see like a dark shadow around your age. But I've seen some that were way bigger than me. So It's not just that, but that one was a little one that looked like a, when people talk about the goat man, because it had little horns like a goat. But I'll just say like a little devil or a pan, right? I'll say that. So, somebody said, "Oh hell no! What the? Hey, true story, man. How you doing, brother Josh Turner? Oh yeah, but that's why you got to be obedient. When you're a kid, you learn things, right? My mom would tell us, "Stop fighting, stop fighting." Sabarri mala cosa mala. She was like, "Stop fighting." The uh, the dark one will come, the cosa mala, or the evil one will come. You know, if you're fighting, and this what normally happens. People don't understand that fighting is a spiritual opening. I learned at a very young age that it's a spiritual opening, and especially if your parents, you're being, listening to your parents, being disobedient, then you're an open target for it. It'll come after you. How you doing, brother Josh Turner? Yeah, cousin will be. He won't be doing lives with me till like around Thursday. So I'll be going solo here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. I do have a picture, but I wanted to share it for for Work with Wednesday. But I might just share it. Why not? We got a pretty good amount of viewers here. I created a show reel out of it, so I can show the show reel. This is kind of like the same one, but it's just different because there's more than one. I'm going to give you an example how is it when they say the legion are many? Imagine one with many in them. So that means that the one that's within them and around them, it's because it's within one. So there's going to be a lot of activity wherever that one that has many is. So it'll have a lot of activity in the area spiritually. So I got to pick. I'll show you the short reel. That's what I'll do. Let me go up in here and find it. Okay. So here's a short reel that I created earlier. I'm gonna share it with y'all. I was gonna save it, but I'm gonna share it with y'all. Here we go. That's why I like it here in Restream, because I don't have. How you doing, brother Tony? Oh yeah. Let's check out this. Let me share it with y'all. Here we go. This is the most current video that I created here for y'all. I would not play the music because Facebook doesn't like it when I play the music. So there's the video right there. Wait till you get a closer look at it. It's right there in the center. So they're everywhere in this picture. There's one big one, but they're everywhere. There's one here, one below here, possibly another one here, and then one here. But it's in the form of one big one. So here we go. I'll play that video for y'all, and I'll go back to y'all. Oh, here we go. I'll play right there beside me. Yeah, I've been working on that one. Good brother Tony Long here. The ones I was showing yesterday, there was movement. Actually seen movement, but they move very fast, because they're in disembodied form, so they move very rapidly. I don't know if the lighting is good here or not. Let me see if I can find a different. This is the best one I got there. What I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send the pictures. I'm showing you the show reel, but I'm gonna send the pictures to me so you can take a closer look at them. Yeah, yeah, that's right, Bernard Fox. Because if there are many, that means there can be one, but there's many in that one, where because there are many spirits, right, or many unclean spirits. When you think of the legion, that there are many, but those many possess one vessel to destroy the vessel. Well, that's what that reminds me of, uh, because it can look like one, but there's more than one in it, ready to, I guess, attach itself to whoever it crosses path with. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna get the photos and I'm gonna send them over to Messenger so I could share them with you. Okay. So I'm just letting it play. But sometimes it's not your eyes; it's playing games on your brother and sister. So I'm gonna be honest with you. Of what I've discovered and what I've witnessed, it's no difference of what I would encounter when I would go and investigate. When I would go and investigate, or not investigate, when I was in the military, and I'll be out in the field training, and I could be in the front deck on the in front slope of the tank because I had to go, find a spot to urinate. Then when I would come to the tank, sometimes or while I was urinating, I could see this tall, tall shadow figures pass beside me. So I'm like, man, is it the light? It's because it's in the darkness, right? So is it the light? Is it the darkness? Did you see me? But I could pass them right beside me. Uh, but a lot of that area that's on Fort Hood used to be native land. So uh, I will always witness those dark shadow figures out there. So here we go. Let me go to the picture so we take a closer look at them. See if okay, there they are. Let's look at one picture at a time. Shout out to Paranormal Roundtable And to all the groups that allow me to share in their on the groups, thank you from Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. So here we go. Let me share these pictures with y'all. Here's the original picture. As we get a closer look, you see this understanding here. I thought I see something else right here also. Maybe I might crop this, but I think there might be something else here. But I was focused on this one because it looks like it's standing right here. See the legs. So let's get a closer look. So there it is. It looks like it's standing because you see a head, but as you get closer, you're able to see things. But right here, it looks like something else too. But definitely this one here that's standing. So let's take another closer look, brothers. I'll let y'all see that one for right now. Uh, see what you see. I can go back one, or yeah, this one is pretty good. In this area, I was sensing something, and I was hearing movement. So I got close to the edge of the bolt line, which the closest I got oops, was this close to the edge. But I could sense something in this area. I will go back and look into the comments. I can't see anything right now, but I joined y'all in a moment. There we go. It's a little bit closer look of it. See this one here? Definitely looks like one too. Maybe I might do a screenshot on that, but you can see right here it's got ears, nose, eyes, and the teeth. Looks like one here, but here's still this one right there. That's the one I was focusing on. Possibility a lot more than one. I think I'm gonna take I'm gonna make a screenshot off of that one. That one looks kind of crazy too. The one to the side right there. Let me see. I can take a screenshot off of it and get a closer look at it. Okay. There's a little bit more lighting. You can still see this one right here with a little bit more lighting, and of course this one. Yeah, I was focused so much focus on this one. Look, you see one. There's one right here in the very bottom. It's looking. As we get closer, you're gonna see there's more than one. And there's this big one over here on the side. There's the face of it, ears, nose, eyes, teeth, or something here. Just get a closer look. But they're in spirit form, disembodied form. So it's just a manifestation that they take. Okay. Trying to get a closer look at those right there. There we go. There's a close look of it. Looks like there's one right here. There's several in this picture. Then the one I showed you earlier was down here. Uh, see, you can see one right here. You see this one. Uh, the one up here. And looks like another one here. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5 were down here. Plus the one on the side, that's 6. But you can see their faces. Let me see if I can show you. That's a pretty good look right there of them. Let me see if I can do something different here. Oh no, that's too small. Too small. Too small. Too small. Yeah, they're too small. So, but you can see it even here with a change of color, brown. You can see it there. Definitely see that one. You can see that one. But let me go back to the one that you could see it because it was bigger. Oh, let's see if I can find it. There it is. Let me see which picture that is so I could make it with color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 9th. Let me go to the comments. Catch up to y'all. See what y'all saying. Yeah, there's many in this photo. Walks with Bear. Four, six, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Yeah, I think I heard Brother Josh Turner talking about could hear activity outside his home. I believe you, Brother Josh Turner. So I've been having activity outside my home also. Last night I was doing the live and I heard some banging on my window, but I ignored it. You know. Then I rebuked it in Jesus Christ's name. Tell her it wasn't welcome here. So I'm gonna send you. Make the one color brown so you can see them better. I'm gonna send you that photo to myself so I can share it with y'all. Somebody said, "Damn, they're everywhere." Okay, let me go back there and see what those other two photos showed up there. Let me get out of here. Okay, here we go. Maybe we can see that one bigger on the screen over there. I can see it pretty big here. There it is right there. Maybe you can see it better here now. Now this is brown, right? I made it Browns, you can see their facial features. There's one right here. Of course, the one that I showed you up here, here, it's like another one here. But yeah, they're everywhere. But it makes it looks like one, right? Because it's standing. And of course, I'm gonna show y'all the other one that I said, well, man, that came out too small. The one that's right here. I need to work on that, see if I can get it bigger. Let me try to work on it. Share the other one with your brothers and sisters. Let me get out of here, see if I received it. Oh man, it came out too small. Yeah, it's not going to show it bigger than this, but you can still see it there. So on that one, I'll just go back to the photos where you can see it, which would be somewhere around here. Here it is. This one is right here. And this one, there's several. They're stacked, like I guess waiting to bum rush. There's one down here, one here. There's like four of them right here. This one and possibly some more over here to the right. Let me see at the big picture. That one, this one, possibly another one here. I don't know. There's several. Okay, let me go back to the chat. Yeah, you can't be afraid of them. But you see how that can trick you? It's showing me like it's one, but it's not one. It's many. That one is standing there look like it's just one, but it's not one. It's more than one. I just showed you that it was more than one. But you see how they can make it seem like it's only one, like one shadow figure, but it's more than one. I don't know, brother. I just go and investigate. I went out there because there was activity around my home the day before, shadow figures. When I went to go take my dog outside before I started the live, I guess it followed inside when I walked my dog, and as I was doing the live, it's like everything became dark while I was doing the live around me. So I rebuked it in Jesus Christ's name. So let me back out of this. Yeah, but that's what I've been. I wanted to share with y'all. That evidence right there, how it looks like one from a distance, but when you imagine, it's kind of like it reminds me of those. because that's what they do is mimic, right? They can put yourself in a position where it seems like it's only one because it looks like one tall shadow figure, but then when you get close, it's more than one. Steven Skiba said, "I think some kinds of plants and trees may trick spirits more than other trees. It's possible. I'm just showing the evidence that I capture. That I know there was whoever was here yesterday. I showed one that was brown. Uh, like when I was near these trees, I seen it move, but it moved very rapidly. So I went back to the video and I was able to capture it. I can share that also. I don't know. I think I might have created a short reel, and all this footage that I've been showing for the past couple of days is all from the same video. So let me show y'all the one I'm talking about. I created a video for it. Let me see. Well, I don't even know if I created a video. I think I did. No, I haven't made a video for that one. Uh, but I do have the pictures that I can share with y'all. But I will be creating a video for it, a short reel for it, probably after this live. All right. Let me see if I can find the photos for it. There it is. Okay, here we go. This is the one I was showing yesterday. Here's the regular photo. I don't know what kind of trees, but this tree, something has stepped on it, and all these branches got knocked down. It's a pretty big tree, but when I had the camera, I was recording, doing the live. I see something move behind these trees, so I went back and I captured this image of because I seen something brown move behind the tree, but he moved very very fast. So I did a close up of it. There it is. That's what I captured of because this here is a tree up here. That's a tree limbs. If you, that's why I didn't really when I was looking at this. Whoops. When I was debunking this photo, I try to debunk all the trees that are here, right, that are branching out. That this is a tree branch. You can see that's part of a tree branch. So I try to I took all that out of the equation because to me those are trees. But this here is not a tree. Check it out. I think the closest I got to that one was this one right here. Not a tree. Yeah, you can see some branches here, but this is not a tree. see, right. Oops. There one that was there. It is not a tree, and this is a closer look at it. So I'm just showing you what I captured, and I did see that move from where it's there on the video, move to the right, and then when I look back, I didn't see nothing, but I did see it move to the right. I never went to look inside the wood line or inside the where the branches were, but I seen it move to the right, like real fast. It's like it was kind of like a blur. I know. Once I start getting to share pictures and videos, brothers and sisters, you know me. I like sharing the evidence that I capture with y'all. Okay, we got a comment here. It's been prevalent in Latin culture, like in Native American community. Uh, I'd say is to me, Bigfoot is just the things that I'm talking about. Disembodied demonic Nephilim. I do have a story to share with y'all. Something happened to my grandfather uh, when I was a kid, and it goes like this, brothers and sisters. It was around early morning. Well, I'll say like around 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning. We had two chicken coops. There was a chicken coop directly behind his house, like maybe 20 feet behind his house. And I was going with him to get the eggs, right, from the chickens. So that's what I would do, and I'll put them in a basket. And then we had another chicken coop behind my house, our house, in which that one had a lot more eggs. So as we were walking, it was starting to rain, and it was raining real hard, but we're still picking the eggs, in the rain. And there was a blackberry tree, big blackberry tree, and he told me to wait underneath there because the chickens were clucking. The chickens were clucking, and he was saying to me in Spanish, "Es un tacuache, es un tacuache." Tacuache means possum. He's saying that the tacuache was trying to either kill the chickens or get the eggs. And you could hear the commotion. You could hear the commotion where the chickens are clucking. So, at that time frame, I think I was already like 4 years old. I was small, maybe possibly three. And my grandfather went into the the chicken coop. It was like a little, I would say like a little wooded cabin in the back, where we had it was a chicken coop. So he went in there, and he was a pretty tall man, my grandfather. Uh, he went in there, and you could hear all the commotion, and he's yelling at something. Next thing you know, my grandfather starts screaming, like something's happening to him. Uh, and me with my mindset, I was like, the possum, the tacuache is attacking my grandfather. So because I could hear him screaming, like he's screaming in pain, like real loud. So I grab up a little stick, and I said, I'm gonna go scare the possum. I grab a stick, and I go walk, and I walk into the entrance of that cabin. As I walk into the entrance of the cabin, I stand by the door, and I'm looking to see for the possum. I don't see no possum. Uh, and in there it's a darker. It's dark in the cabin where the chickens are, and I'm looking and I see my grandfather. My grandfather is elevated up in the air, literally elevated up in the air. He's in his boxers. His shirt is ripped off of him. He's got scratches on his legs, on his back, on his arm, everywhere. He's bleeding. And I'm looking to see what's got him elevated up in the air, and I don't see nothing. But then when I look towards the corner, when people look for Bigfoot footprints, they're looking to the ground, or you look in front of you. Well, look upward, because when I look upward, I was able to see some red eyes looking at me. They were looking at me, but something had my grandfather in the air, and it was not any hands that had him lifted up in the air. It was something else. I believe it was this DDN that I speak of, in which I think that the people mistake this DDN or disembodied demonic Nephilim for the Bigfoots. He's got him elevated up in the air, and my grandfather's bleeding. He's like in pain, and I look at that thing that's like got him up in the air, but I don't see him physically having him elevated up in the air like that. I look at it, and I'm looking at it. I'm just a kid. I wasn't fearing it. I'm looking at it, and it's looking at me, and then it drops my grandfather to the ground. As it drops my grandfather to the ground, it comes at me in smoke form, or should I say, disembodied form, like smoke coming straight at me, with the red eyes leading the way. I'm looking at it, and I could feel the presence of the heavenly angels around me. I could feel the angels' presence around me because I was a child. I was innocent. So as it's coming towards me, as I'm feeling the presence of the heavenly angels around me, instead of coming towards me, it goes and breaks the window. It makes a little hole, like a little hole on the window, which is glass. And all the disembodied form, smoke form, disembodied form, goes out that hole. As it's going out that hole, I hear my uncles and my grandmother asking what's going on. And the only thing I can say is to her, I said, bulto negro grande, which means dark shadow, a big dark shadow. And I was saying, bulto negro grande. That's all I kept on saying to her. So when my uncles go in there, they see him all bloodied up. They had to pick him up very slowly because he had gashes everywhere that they had to rush him to the hospital. They literally had to rush him to the hospital to get stitches. I mean, he had gashes everywhere. So when people tell me about a Bigfoot, I'm just here to tell you that what I witnessed and experienced, the Bigfoot is demonic in nature, which is not something that's in the flesh. Of what I witnessed as a kid, and of what I witness now as an adult, I witness the same things because I capture them as short reels, on video, and to me, they are in disembodied form. Spirits, dark spirits, the dark spirits of the Nephilim. disembodied spirits of the Nephilim. They have the abilities to attack if you have a spiritual opening, because they want to destroy the vessel. They want to destroy the body, right? My grandfather, after that incident, was not the same. And he was already old when that happened to him. He was 75 years old. He was not the same afterwards. Then, I seen him when he was in the hospital. I didn't go visit him in the hospital, but I seen this DDN open the doors, go into the hospital. Same thing I seen in the shed. I seen him go into the hospital. Not even 5 minutes of when I seen him leave the hospital. My father comes walking out of there, and he's crying because his father passed away. But I know how they look because I had a very close look at it. So I know what they're capable of doing. They'll use whatever spiritual opening you have to attack you. Who's the people that want to dabble in the dark arts? Because they promised you something or whatever. They don't care about what you want. They don't care if you practice or not, or you're siding with them. Because guess why they don't care about that? Because they despise you. We're God's creations. They're not. They only care about destruction. That's the only thing they care about. Since we're talking about this right now, there's been a lady talking bad stuff about me. The only thing I can say to her is I've dealt with brujas all my life, and I just leave it up to the Heavenly Father to deal with you. Because I see what you're trying to do, and I'm not gonna get upset in any kind of way, shape, or form over a lie. The only thing I can say to you is you be careful what you're seeking, what you're wishing for, because I know what you're doing. I just don't accept any form of negativity. You figured your time here on Earth is short, anyways. I would suggest use that time, spend some time with her. If you truly love your children, which I doubt it, the way you mess with me, it's just a matter of time. If you are a bruja, that the soul collector is going to come for you. So I don't have to worry about you or the things or the lies that come out of your mouth. I seen what you posted about me, and which it was a lie. I'm a happily married man, and I love my wife. Happily married. But the way you say that, to me, it sounds like you're living in sin and in temptation, which maybe that's what it's about for you, because of the things you do and say about people. That's what you're about. But that's okay. You can say whatever you want to say about me. I got all kinds of evidence on you. I had stopped placing anything out there, and I don't want to place the truth about you, because I do have evidence of you, of what you are, which is a bruja. When I say you're a bruja, it's because I have evidence of you when you used to text me at nighttime, when you say you're a sister in Christ, pretending to be a sister in Christ. You were one of the main ones that was affiliated with Corn on the Cob, trying to get Brother Josh Turner and the people from Power Round Table thinking that it was Vic Cundiff behind the attacks. But all along, it was you, Dana Ortega, that was behind the attacks, because I got evidence of that. When you brought Vic Cundiff, you were trying to convince me that Vic Cundiff was behind everything. But no, it was you all along. That's why I unfriended you, because I figured you out. I figured you said a couple of things to me indirectly Something a witch would say, a bruja. That's why I figured you out and I friended you off my friends list. And you're pissed off, right? So you have to say make up stories about me that I'm going to do this or that, and I ain't said nothing about anybody in a very long time. But I got evidence when you're trying to tell me that Vic Condoff was behind a lot of things. Vic Condoff is not affiliated with Dirty Ike. You are affiliated with Dirty Ike. You were saying it was Vic Condoff. You were trying to say that to Brother Josh, to Paranormal on the Table. You tried to tell that to me and to everybody else. But it was you all along. And I have evidence of that. Pinche bruja. I can say that because I'm not on YouTube. So pinche bruja. Shame on you. And I will place that on SC News. The evidence I have in you when you're trying to convince me you write all kinds of nonsense. Normally, when people write all kinds of nonsense, is because they're trying to, what does the saying go? A lie after a lie after a lie, because they're trying to cover a lie with another lie with another lie. But when somebody writes too much just to get a point across, you already know that they're lying to you because they're writing too much instead of going straight to the point, just like I did right now. Straight to the point. And what's crazy about it is she don't even talk Spanish. She's not even Spanish. I don't even think that might be her real picture. Yeah. Uh, she was saying I was with a blonde at the conference. Me and my wife with the only people we associated with uh, was a person that I blessed them with this and this when we were eating. After that, we were sitting by ourselves. I did speak to a couple of people and took some pictures with a couple of people. I didn't even go to the party at the conference. I was hurting from my leg because I had an injury. My leg was swollen. I was in so much pain that, and I'm there with my beautiful wife. I'm not interested in any other female. Maybe the people she's affiliated with are that way. I'm not that way. I went to the conferences. That's all I did. Uh, for those who see me, that's what I did. But who's gonna believe an old crazy hag? She really got some serious issues. That's all I can say. And I got her. I got screenshots of what I'm talking about when she was trying to convince me that Big Condom was behind a lot of things. But it was her because she's the one that's affiliated with Dirty Ike. She was the one that was pumping him, making him think that he was that good of a storyteller, that he was that good of a podcaster. She's the one that been pumping him all along. Only only God knows what else she's been pumping on him. But yeah, it was her all along. Crazy Dana Ortega. She has nothing to say, nothing nice to say about anybody. Only about it. The only nice thing she has to say is about the fucking pedophile that she's affiliated with, uh, Stephen Michael McGee, or whatever the hell his name is. pedophile. She's still affiliated with him. I think she might be his mother. I don't know, and I really don't care about that lady. Like I said before, uh, if if somebody's going to do harm to her, it's not going to be me. It's just the way the seven times fold falls. If she's wishing bad things to me or trying to do witchcraft or necromancy, it's going to go directly back to her because I don't know. I don't accept her negativity, plain and simple. And I unfriended her on my a friends list like about 2, 3 years ago. She's been irrelevant to me, and she still is irrelevant to me. She's what you call a wolf in sheep's clothing, a false prophet. Well, the easiest name for her is a bruja, pinche bruja. Yeah, I think she's got some mental issues. She's probably old and senile, and yeah, I mean, I said nothing about her in a very long time, and she wants to go out there and say all this BS and her sources. Her sources are the demons that she's affiliated with, which demons are liars. Yeah, Dana Ortega. I think I found you so I found you somebody that might match with you. I think you'll be a beautiful couple because you're both out there. Tell you she's bruja. She's a bruja. But no, her and all those ladies that have control of pedophile Mike. That's what they are. They have a bruja. They think they're powerful witches or they have some kind of power of mental manipulation. I mean, Dirty Ike is out there, right? And they think they could manipulate anybody. I'm the one that gave her away to Paranormal Table, just so I could give away a lot of other people to PRT that I didn't trust them. There was something weird about them, and I was right all along. My senses are very keen, and I already knew that they're going to show themselves eventually. I'm just glad that paranormal tables came back. They didn't give in to the enemy. That's why I'm still here. I don't give in to those idiots. That's what they are. I've seen. I try to listen to one of his live videos where he's got the little fire, and all you hear is interesting. What does it mean, Box Bear? I don't understand. That's all you hear, him breathing real heavily where he can barely freaking breathe. He needs to do some exercise, some cardio or something. He needs to lay off those corn on the cobs. Stop eating the butter on them or something. You listen to his video, that's all you hear. Him gasping for air. Dirty Ike. The way you breathe, brother, you need to go to the doctor. You got some serious health issues. Good night, Dick Richards. So I don't mean to offend anybody, but these people have been messing with me for 5 freaking years, or Dirty Ike for about 4 or 5 years. The Wicked Witch, Dana Ortega, too. She was affiliated with him all along. So that dude, how can people listen to this crap? How you doing? Sounds like Darth Vader. Sounds like he can't breathe, man. Like he's got to gasp air before he says something. But anyway, sorry, I got a little bit off topic. But yeah, I just had to address the bruja, because yeah, it's very true. It goes back to the sender. I just leave it up to the Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, to handle them. Yeah. Like The Rock used to say, you can grab that black magic book, their brujeria, turn that sucker sideways and stick it up their candy ass where the sun don't shine. You don't believe me? Listen to one of his try to listen to one of his little 10-minute videos. That's all you hear is him gasping for air. I mean, golly, get your daughter or somebody to say the story because man, that's that's annoying as hell. It's like if Darth Vader had his own TV show. That's all you'll be hearing. And he's like gasping for air. And when it has the audacity to make fun of brother Josh Turner, you you can't even say a complete sentence without gasping for air like two or three times before you finish the sentence, bro. I mean, yeah, I'm saying it. You're bent out of shape. You don't want to be making fun of brother Josh Turner. Can't even breathe right. You don't believe me? Listen to his video. Where's oh man? What the? How can people listen to this, brother Josh Turner? It's your fault that my son is not crazy. But so much for that. I just had to address the bruja. Since we're talking about brujas, I do have a picture of a possible bruja, or something that was in the woods that looked wicked. Uh, it's an old picture. Let me see if I can find it. Or did I create a video for her? I can't remember if I created a video of this bruja that I might have captured. Let me see. Let me see if I got a video of her. I'm not sure if I do. Well, here's one. Y'all seen this one. This is the one that was from Elms Grove. Let me show you the one from Elms Grove that everybody likes to watch her. There you go. Y'all remember her? What's up, cousin? How you doing? Yeah, when I captured this image, I was by this certain tree that I showed the other day, and this is from Elms Grove in Killeen, Texas, when I used to live there. And I heard somebody say something to me, like whisper right beside me. So I took a picture where I heard the whisper, and this is the image that came out. It looks like she's holding some kind of cat or something in her hand. Uh, I don't know what's around her neck. It looks like a rope. I don't know. If something happened to her there in this tree, but there's all kinds of activity in this picture. This was the first image that I ever captured on out of Elms Grove. Is this picture right here? If that means anything, this picture was the first picture or anomaly of whatever was there that I captured in Elms Grove. Is this picture? I think if you go into my spiritual encrypted encounters on Facebook, this the first one of the first pictures that I've ever captured was this one. My first picture. Was it the witch of the area? Was it somebody that died there? That was into something, because you could see all kinds of things around her, on her. Was she? And what's weird about this, that in that area you could hear a woman laughing at nighttime. Like if you're at the park, you could hear a woman laughing, or sometimes a man laughing that echoes through the park, and they're laughing out of the woods, and they're laughing real loud. In Spanish, we call it carcajeando, but they're just laughing real loud. So yeah, I got this image, and I got another image, but this other image is from the woods over here, from inside the woods. But this is a pretty good capture right here. I wish I could get it better, but I had the camera I had, wasn't that good, because every camera I would take in there, the batteries would blow out of it, and the lenses were cracked. Like something didn't want me to take pictures or record in that area. So let me see I can let me see I can find another one. I don't know, sister Monica. It was when I was going through everything that I was being spiritually targeted there, uh, where I was always praying. Every time I would pray the Our Father, and pray for Him to get rid of me, of any negative attachments. I would be at the park, and when I would be praying there, then you would hear those laughs coming out of the woods. Sometimes they'll yell my name out of the woods, like they'll be yelling my name, like mocking me, making fun of me. So let me see if I can share some other pictures from that location, or more short reels. Let me see if I can find another one from Elms Grove. Or not necessarily from Elms Grove. About from Let me see if I can find the image of the other bruja from this area of that was in the woods. Let me see if I can find her. Here she is. I found her. Here is. Here's the other bruja. It's called DDN Bruja Fey. There she is. I think I got like three pictures of possible brujas. A big raccoon outside. Be careful, little bandits. Yeah, brother Juan Avila, I captured these images. It's not like those pranks that they have in Mexico that they're ghost hunters and people dressed up in costume and stuff. You know, they have a lot of people faking to be La Llorona and all kinds of stuff. Those videos that come out on TikTok late at night where they're at a cemetery, you could tell that they're fraudulent. You know, that they or even some of the ones from Thailand or the Orient, China that they have those fake videos that they're pretending to be some kind of demon or something. You know, this is the real deal here. I'm showing you. I'm going to show you how they look in disembodied form. I couldn't see it with my naked eyes, but I could sense something there. So luckily, I was recording when I was debunking my video. I captured her. I got lucky enough to capture its disembodied form on my video. Good night, YouTubing. So let me share another one now. Let me go look for the other one. I got another one, but different kind of bruja. I don't know if she's wearing a mask or what. But let me find her. Let me find this other one. This one is like one of the newer ones that I got. Well, I got a couple of them actually. You know what? I might not have might have not created a one for her yet. Let me see where I got her here somewhere. I'm looking right now. And I'm not seeing her. Oh wow, that is crazy. I thought I had a video of her already. Let me check on my TikTok. Well, I think I have another one of a. See, I can find the other one that I created one for her. That she's standing by the edge of the wool line. Well, she's looking sideways. Let me see if I can find her. There you go. This one is facing sideways. Let me share it with y'all. Here's another one that I captured further down, deeper into the woods. Let me see the comments. Oops. Yeah, I got one that is way back in those woods. There you go. This is my TikTok. If you want to check it out. The short reels on TikTok are a lot bigger. You're able to see everything compared to YouTube. YouTube cuts away from your videos and from your pictures. The width wise, it takes away a lot from your pictures. Here you go. Here's the other one that I was talking about. Let me share it with y'all. She's right here. See? Right there. A female. You see her face and everything. When it gets to the right one, I'll stop it. So you have to check. She's looking to the right of me. I was sideways. Let me wait. Let me wait for the picture. A little bit closer. There she is, right here. That's her face of a woman. And then up here you got a DDN. There she is, right here. Is she related to La Duende? There she is, right here. You see her face and everything, her nose, her mouth, her chin, her ear. What do y'all think about that one? Let me go to the comments. Let me go to y'all. You see her face, clear as day. She's looking sideways. Juan Avila. she, she's seeing bandits over there. Sister Monica Davis. They have those like Zorro, those masks, but it's raccoons. Yeah, right on top of her, there's a big DDN with the head of a wolf. But look at her face. Tell me that's not a woman's face. Somebody, you could tell it's a woman. Somebody says they see devil wings behind her. Yeah, a big wolf head right above her. But you could tell if you look close. Let me see if I don't know if I can do it. If I do a close up of her, so you can see her facial features. You literally tell that's a woman. Let me see if I can do something here for y'all. I'm gonna search for that photo, so we can take a closer look at her face. Yeah, that's a hard one to find. That's yeah. Well, I think y'all can see her there pretty good. Okay. I think I have another one, and I think I need to look through over here through my messenger pictures for the other one. There she is. I didn't have to search too far. Here's the other one, another one that I have. Let me share that one with you. I need to make a show reel out of her. There we go. Here's the other one. This one looks freaked out because of her face. I think there's something beside her too. There's the original photo. You can see something here, and then she's right here. There's her face. So let's take a close look at that. I can take one more close look at her face, but there you see her. I'll let y'all for for whoever hasn't viewed it. You could tell it looks like a female, right? What do you think about that one, guys and gals? And the close look of it is this picture right here. But we don't want to do too much of a close up. So it was this picture. We can leave this one up there. Yeah. You want me to put her just her face? I can put. Let's see how it looks. Her face on here. Just her face. Where she is. I think that I still might have one more somewhere there. But Luke seems to be like a female. So what does anybody want to talk about? Spiritual talk of the DDN and its manifestations. I think I got some images of Elms Grove that I hadn't even shared. Well, I probably have shared. It's been. Let's see what else is here. One says that's nuts. But you see, one, I'm showing you real spiritual proof of the things that are around us in spirit form. They do not look real. You have, of course, some brujas that are real, that are here in the flesh, but then you got others that are in spirit form. So what's in the spirit is going to look different than how we look in the flesh. It's going to look way different. You're welcome, Sister Never's Angel. The only one that I never was able to catch was the one that I encountered with my nephew, which was the deer woman. This is how the story goes. The creek had risen for the mobile home park for like the third time or fourth time I had been there, and all the mobile homes that live further down towards the park went underwater. Their vehicles went under. The vehicles went underwater, and some of the mobile homes got swept into the woods. The water took them. So my friend Dave, he had told me that his car couldn't start, that he was going to go rent a motel and go sleep over there because his house was damaged. It was flooded. I said, okay. And he said, can you keep an eye on it for me? And I said, yes. So me and my nephew were outside, and as we were talking, he wanted to talk about the military, that he wanted to join the military. You could see something big, a big mass passing in between this tree, like one of those pine trees, like the fluffy ones. And he passed between that tree and his vehicle. It's very tall, dark mass, and we seen that and said, "Do you see that?" I said, "Yeah, I think somebody's trying to break into his vehicle because he passed right by his vehicle. You could see the big black the big black the mass like a big shadow." So we went running down. That's a good mm, like 60, 70. I said like no, 60, 80 feet away from us. So we ran down the hill to where his house was. So we're checking his vehicle to make sure that nobody tampered with it, and we're looking. Uh, so we go look, check his door to make sure it's not broken in. It was still good. It was locked. So I'm looking, and there was a mobile home and another mobile home like this, and I walked in between both of them, and it was dark in between the mobile homes. As I was walking into the darkness. The darkness was right here in front of me. I seen a face come like this, and I backed up. There's a woman. She had to be like 4'9". She was short. She looked native, and I'm asking her, "What are you doing here? Are you looking for Brother Dave?" She's not responding to me about Brother Dave like she even knows him. She got a beautiful smile on her face, and she looks at me and she said, "Can you give me a ride?" And I said, "Ma'am, I don't even know who you are." And then she ignores me, goes to my nephew, and gives him a smile. And she said, "Can you give me a ride?" And he says, "Lady, I don't even know who you are. Uh, I don't got gas to give you a ride, anyways." That's what he told her. Right? She was very beautiful from the face. The shirt she was wearing looked like deer print. So, and I asked her again, "Are you here for Brother Dave?" She didn't say nothing, ignored us, and she started going up the street. And she was walking pretty fast. What we noticed was her right leg was moving real rapidly like this, and as it was moving real rapidly like this, you could see a leg of a deer. My nephew was like, "Unc, what the f is that?" I said, "Looks like a leg of a deer, like she's manifesting or something. Like she didn't get to take the form. She had a beastly form first, and then she showed us a human form. The beastly form was like around 14, 15 foot tall. Just put it that way. So we were following her, and we started running up the hill. We ran up the hill. We didn't see her around the curb, so we ran all the way to the entrance. We don't even see her by the by the stop sign that's in that entrance. We ran, and then when we got on the road, we see her on the highway, moving real fast. Not human. So that evening, I was trying to figure out what the hell did we see. So the only thing I could see was it was a woman, the deer print, and the deer leg. So I looked up deer woman. There is a legend about a deer woman that she's a shapeshifter skinwalker, and she goes after men that are being unfaithful, cheating on the wives. Uh, a lot of truck drivers have crossed paths with the deer woman. And she's a real legend. So that's the encounter I had in Elms Grove that I was never able to capture on camera. But I wouldn't go back to try to cross paths with her because I don't know what form she would take. That was my dear woman encounter or story that I had. Oh yeah. Oh, the dear woman skinwalker shapeshifter they get, that's a form of uh, witchcraft and necromancy to have those abilities. So yeah, you she would be considered some kind of a witch because a manifestation, right, of a witch. They can manifest to look like an owl, animal, just like shapeshifter skinwalkers. They have those abilities. Somebody said their woman is good to them to be a bad man. Yeah, she was looking for somebody that day. Yeah, I'm thinking she might have been there for brother Dave. I don't know. I know his brother Dave had left. He was divorced. I don't know if he was seeing how many women he was seeing or what. I don't know. But maybe she was there for him. Luckily, luckily it had flooded. you know. All I know is that I seen her deer leg, her beastly form. Uh, we lost a 14-year-old native here in Arizona. She was taken to harm, found in pieces. So there had to be, if she was found in pieces, there had to be gang related. I think the gang from over there, MS-16 or whatever the hell they are from Mexico. That's what they do. They cut them in pieces. That's what they do. Sorry to hear that. Or a serial killer. Well, hopefully they'll find it before any more kids get hurt. That's their name, Emily Pike. I will see. I can normally, when I look at a picture, I have the ability to see what happened, to see how if there's somebody who caused her harm, I might be able to see the image of the person that did that to her. I have those spiritual capabilities, part of the spiritual gift of discernment. Uh, sounds like the Democrats are pissed off because the borders are closed. They're not getting their supply and demand of the children that we're getting from Mexico for their blood rituals and stuff that they would do, and the other things that would do to them. So they're doing the kidnapping the children from the United States now. the 30 that are missing there compared to the thousands and thousands that are missing from Mexico. Blood rituals. He has been taking kids from Canada to Mexico. The ones that do that is those gangs, and the reason I say the gangs is because they worship Santa Muerte, and the Santa Muerte, the worship, they have to do blood sacrifices. That's why I'm thinking it's related. You know, this when you can thank President Biden and Kamala, Vice President Harris. They're the ones that allowed the borders wide open and there's people to come in. Not that I have anything against anybody, but look what the things that they're doing. That's the same things that we're doing in Mexico. Yeah, I mean that's a government for you. That's all it was when I was growing up. People, children were went up missing. They were being trafficked through the borders. You know, this has been happening for a very long time. Uh, my wife has her cousin disappeared when she was, I think, 12 years old. She got kidnapped and she's never been found. You know, we post her little flag in front of her home. I think we have the flag right now outside of her. You know, she disappeared in the, I think, 70s. It was like in the 70s, somewhere around there. I can't remember. 70s or early 80s when she disappeared, and she's never been found. Yeah, they've been doing that for a very long time. The this evil people, and they've been getting away with it. Nobody's brought them to justice. They've been getting away with it all these years, and their souls or sold that you could probably beat the crap out of them, and they won't say nothing because it's part of their cult. Yeah, it's blood sacrifice, blood rituals. Yeah, it's mine. That's what happened to a young girl up here when I was in the military in the 90s. I remember it was the elementary right where I used to live. I lived in an apartment complex. And they said that a girl had gotten kidnapped. Somebody picked her up and took her away. Uh, this African American took her away. Uh, they did a search and everything. You know, they had the camera, how the guy looked, and everything. And everybody was searching her for everywhere. We couldn't find her. I think about like the seventh or I can't remember what day. It took like search was like about a week. I was pulling CQ and I was driving home. I lived down. I was driving home, and as I was driving home to go eat supper, um, I heard a little girl say, "Help me!" And I'm looking in my car like, "Whoa!" So I said, "Okay, here we go. Let me follow my senses." So I just started following my senses. Uh, I was driving down this road, this back road that I know where I was going to, and I was driving and saying, "God, guide me," stuff like this. And I was driving down the road, but then I stopped and I said, "What am I doing? I got CQ. I need to go back to work." So I drove home, got me a quick sandwich, and went back to work. It was CQ is a 24-hour duty. So the following day, when I get off of work, driving home, and I said, "Let me see where this road goes to," because in the news they had said in the morning that they had found pieces of the girl near the Florence Bridge. Florence is a town, a small town. So I went back on the road that I was traveling. I was following the road. That road that I was following led to the Florence Bridge. So her spirit was trying to guide me to to where she was. Um, I seen the people, how they looked. They did this to her. There were there wasn't there was from a different country, from either from Hades because they were doing voodoo, and I believe that it was drug related. But that's what they did. They guess the father of the girl owed those people some money, and they cut her into little pieces, and they threw the pieces of the little girl on the side of a ditch. And until this day, they have never captured the guys that did that. I know how they look. Yeah, they had some sharp knives, pretty big knives. When I make contact with something spiritually, the spirit shows me a picture. Yeah, very evil people. And those guys, to them, is normal. Is nothing out of the ordinary. No difference than somebody in a cult. That's what they do. You know, it's a normal for them. That's what they practice. That's what they do. So yeah, I feel sorry for the kids. It is up to me. I'll take out those individuals. They're evil people. Take them out of this world so they won't harm nobody no more. Right? That's why I understand our government. Would they allow these evil people still to be in power? There should be a lot of people in jail right now. Uh, People within Hollywood should be in jail for being part of all that pedophile ring. Everybody should be held accountable for their actions, but they're all scot free. Imagine that. That's okay. Sooner or later, it'll come back to them. You see presidents say they're going to do this and that, and then nobody does nothing about nothing. Why? I mean, justice needs to be served. Do the right thing. if I had one of those people telling me something of something, I'll just tell you like this. I'll plead the fifth right now because I'm not going to say nothing to incriminate me. But I know what I would do if they were out doing something evil. I would protect the children by any means necessary. Whatever I have to do to protect the children, I would. Just like when I went to combat, I had to do what I had to do. I would protect the children. If I see somebody that needs help, I will do what I have to do to protect the children, even if it means taking out some people that are affiliated with this cult, like uh, they're part of a cult or whatever. I really wouldn't care. You know, I would do what I have to do to take care of those children. Yeah, that's why I don't pay attention to the news, brothers and sisters. Yeah, you know, I'll, I'll do what I got to do to protect, to defend. I don't care who they are. Evil is evil. I don't care if they're a movie star. I don't care who they are. Evil is evil. But just leave that up to God. The Heavenly Father takes care of a lot of things. I think I got a picture of what seems to be a little boy or a little girl, an image. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I even have it because I got so many pictures, brothers and sisters. This is ridiculous. Yeah, I went in. I got so many pictures, bro. Yeah, they've been being exposed for a very long time. A lot of these music artists, they're affiliated with Illuminati and devil worshiping. They need to be brought down, and they've manipulated a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are corrupted that have uh, how should I say, negative attaches on them, and it has nothing to do with what kind of gender you are, what you believe you are, what you're into. It's not even about that. To me, it's not about that. I don't make that a number one priority. It's about doing the right thing, right? So they cause a lot of corruption, getting to people's heads, telling them no, letting them know it's okay to be how you are. If you want to be a freaking unicorn, you can be a unicorn. You want to be a fairy, you can be a fairy. You're a guy, you want to be a female, it's okay. You're a girl, you want to be a male, that's okay. But what they're not telling the individuals is the commandments. what's within the Bible. What's a fate if you go against the commandments, right? Yeah, that happened a long time ago. We're in 2025. Times have changed. Well, the commandments haven't changed. Commandments are the same. Uh, you can look at Sodom and Gomorrah. That's a true event that happened. They're not going to tell them the truth. That's why they're trying to change history. They took away the praying to your father from the school system. They took away a pledge of allegiance, right? And they've made a lot of wrongs right. Is inner corruption, right, to destroy uh, the United States of America. So you got people that paint their color pink that might be females thinking they're males, or vice versa. They hate people. I know they dislike God or people of religion because we don't believe how they think because their vessel has been corrupted, right? I'm just here and I speak my truth of what I know. I'm not gonna bullshit you, and it's not about your feelings or anything. This is just about speaking the truth. You've been set up for failure, right? Living in sin, but that's your life, or how they used to say back in the day, that song, "That's my prerogative." That's your prerogative, but don't try to fit me your bullshit, right? Because I am my own person and I am normal. I do have a son. I am married. Don't try to fit me your BS because I don't agree with it. I am who I am. Bottom line. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. Well, if I lie to you, then I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, right? I'm just saying, that I see all the wrongs that have been placed throughout the years of my military career. They used to have when I was in the military, right? Before Obama painted or put lights of the rainbow with the White House and stuff. Before that, when I served under either the uh, the President Bush, the father of George W., and I served under Clinton, they used to have this thing called uh, it was a what was it called? It's an operation they had a hook and tail or something like that, in which they were busting all the people. Listen to me. It's a thing that they had. It was like a secret mission that they had. They were busting all homosexuals out of the military. Happened in the 90s. I remember when they busted a lot of people on Fort Hood, high rank people. They just didn't bust them. They got rid of them. You know, they kicked them out of the military for this. This is in the 90s. Did this happen? Many high rank people got busted on Fort Hood, in which that was a normal. Now we're here in 2020, was it 2016, 2014, and they're trying to say that all that is okay, but at one point in time it wasn't okay, right? But it is all has to do with the people that are in power. How does it affect, right? How does it affect everyone? Is the bigger question. How does it affect society? How does it affect? I mean, in order for somebody to be born, you need a plain and simple. You need a woman and a man to have relations for a child to be born. Am I correct? Or somebody telling me I'm lying? Is that what it takes for a child to be born? For a male and a female to have intercourse to be born? So somebody told me something otherwise, because there's a lot of people that dislike when you bring that up, that it takes a male and a female to have a relationship for the woman to get pregnant, for the child to be born. A male and a female, right? There we go. Bottom line, right there. Boom. That's all I have to say. I don't even have to say nothing else anymore about anything else. A male and a female. How you doing, Lawrence? That's the truth. It takes a male and a female for a child to be born. But nowadays, I'm just saying, man. I can't. I could only look out for those that are around me, right? Like my son and my family. Everybody's gonna raise their family how they want to raise them. Me personally, I'm gonna raise them how I was shown, what I know, and I raise them that way. I'm not gonna lie to them or try to corrupt their mind, right? I'm just gonna speak in truth. So when I hear about all these genders and all these people that claim they're a female or a male, but they were born a woman or born a boy, there's only two genders from way back centuries and centuries and centuries. There was only been two genders from centuries to century to century, from the beginning of time, from Garden of Eve. Two genders, male and female, from the beginning of time. Two genders. All of a sudden, in 2016, all of a sudden we got 200 genders. Get out of here. It's like, I'm the president of the United States now. Yes, I can. I'm going to make all kinds of genders, for all kinds of genders to run freely here in this world. But there's only two genders, male and female. I'm just saying, man. I remember when they're trying to corrupt my son in school, in high school. He came up to me and he said, "Dad," so what's up, son? He said, is it okay for a guy and a guy to be kissing, or a girl and a girl to be kissing? And I said, why are you asking me this? He said, because they've been doing it in my school. I said, son, no, it's not okay. Yeah, but that's what President Obama brought to the table. I told him it's not okay. You're a man. If I told him, if just like me, I was with your mom and you were born, well, that's what it takes for life to continue. for man and woman to keep on having relations in order for life to continue. If man and woman stop having relations, then that's the end of times. That's There's no more life. But you need man and woman to be together in order for life to continue. Yeah, it was bad, man. And I said, no, son, it's not. And I seen that. Every time something would happen, they tried to indoctrinate racism in school too. Racism, having riots in school because of racism. That school is supposed to be about studies, and then what do? They want to change history. They started bringing down all the statues and all that. They start trying to change part of history and create their own history. One of the things they worked very hard to do is, if y'all remember, they took uh, Jesus Christ. They're trying to get Jesus Christ out of the equation. That's what they were doing. But that's why I'm here, standing my spiritual ground and speaking in truth about what is right and what is wrong. Yeah, they. Uh, I remember I was at the swimming pool with my son. Right, there was a stripper that I knew would go there and swim in the water. I was a single parent raising my son. Then one day she's just standing there in front of me and she's flaunting her body, but I'm not falling for the temptation, because I was trying to stay humble, I was trying to have my relationship with Jesus Christ, and of course, I was going through what I was going through in Elm Grove. So she's moving her body like a snake in front of me, and then she tells me, "Hey, can I tell you something?" I said, "Sure, you can tell me whatever you want to tell me." She told me, this is what she told me. Last night I slept with a woman. That's what she told you. I had sex with a woman. And she's giving me a smile, right? And I asked her, well, how did it feel? And I said, how do you feel? And she said, oh, it felt good. I said, no, that's not what I meant. I said, how do you feel? How does you feel? How does your spirit feel right now? They're like, what do you mean? Do you feel that what you did was right? Or did you feel somewhere within you that it was wrong? Because the spirit always tells you what's right and what's wrong. I said, well, now that you mentioned that, I did feel a certain way, like I did something wrong. Well, there you go. The spirit, your heart never lies to you. The spirit knows. The spirit knows if you're on the right path or you're living in sin. And that's what I told her. I got my son. I walked around and said, "You have a nice day. God bless you." And we left the pool and went home. After that incident that she had, what she told me, she said she started seeing this thing at the park, that it was walking with a book, drew it like, and it was walking with a book in his hand. Some kind of, it was very tall, and she would see it. She said that it felt like it was a demon coming for her. I think I might have. a picture of that thing that she's talking about. At first, I thought she was like, well, man, she's a stripper. Uh, she might be on drugs. I mean, she's sleeping with women. Only God knows if she's on some kind of drugs, right? But she kept on telling me about this thing that she would see. I think I got an image of it because she told me it was very tall and he had a book with her that it was following her around with a book, like like a book. He had a book in his hand. She told me that she felt like it was coming for her, like it was coming for her, and I think I prayed for her even. I think I have an image of what might be there that was coming for her. I think I have a picture of it. Let me see, because the way she described it, it looked like something I have here. Let me see if I can find it. It's an old picture. See if I can find it real quick. And it's from Elms Grove because that's where it happened. Here it is. It might be in his hand. So here we go. Let me share it with y'all. Here you go. It looks like he's got some kind of book in his hand, but it looks like a hoof right here. This might have been the dark entity that was following her around. I pray for her, you know, for her to be protected and for it to leave her alone. But there you go. It's right here. Looks like he's got some kind of book in his hand. But she might have been dabbling in the dark arts. I think she might have been Wiccan or something like that. But uh, but that's the picture. That's from Mills Grove. You can see it right here, right in the center. I'll stop it on the best image so y'all can see it. Let's see. Well, I'll just let it run. Let me go to y'all real quick. Can you see what's in that picture right there, brothers and sisters? Let's see, we gotta make it bigger. Oh, it's pretty tall. Let me see if I can take a close up of it. I think I have another video of it. Let's see. Let me see if I can find. Oh, I'll be right back, yo. Let that run for a little bit. I'm back, yo. Let me go back to y'all. Good night, Sister Neva's Angel. Thank you for tuning in. I was trying to do till a little bit more because my YouTube video I did earlier was for 30 minutes, so that's around 3 hours right now. Yeah, I'll show it to you. There might be more than one there. Let me see if I can crop it. There might be more than one, but I wanted to show the one I was talking about. Let me look into my archive, see if I got a picture of it in here. I want to do a close up of it so y'all can see it. All right, I send it. Let me see, make sure it got there. All right, here we go. Yeah, there was more than one there. Uh, but here's the one that I'm trying to show y'all. It's a close up. The face of it is right here. The arm looks like a hoof. There's like the elbow, and it's holding something here in his hand, and it's standing. But this is a face. It's got like some kind of weird ears here or something. It looks like a beak. I don't know. Looks freaked out from the face. But this looks like a hoof. It looks like it's holding a book, and that's how it looks. There's a face. Uh, when you look at this image, some people were saying that there was other things in this picture. For example, like this one here, uh, possibly another one up here, and they're like everywhere because they don't travel by themselves. But this is an image that I was trying to show y'all. Of course, it looks like there's a face here also, but this is the body right here. I hadn't seen this one till I did the close up right now, which that looks like a face too. But this is the primary face I was trying to show y'all. What do you think about that face? How it looks? Let me go to the comments. Yeah, he was huge, very tall. Yeah, it looks. Uh, yeah, it looks like a beak of some sort. Yeah, looks like a beak. Looks like kind of beak. You know, maybe a lechuzo, or like a lechuza. But no, it's yeah, it's got a. There's a certain picture I have here. Let me see if I can find it. He was talking about apakulu. Let me see if I can find a. I'll show you an image of the apakulu. This what it looks like to me, like a apakulu, because it's got like a beak. When you think about the apakulu and Anunnaki, it's basically the same entity. I found it. I'm gonna share it with y'all so we can do a comparison with that photo right there. The apakulu and the Anunnaki, they're the same. Just like I say, DDN, disembodied demonic Nephilim, they're the same. I'm just going to give you a little comparison to that picture to something else that I'm going to share with y'all right now. That I think it's dealing with the same thing. That they're like shapeshifter skinwalkers, but they've been here for a long time. Anunnaki, Apakulu. Apakulu is from the name that it was given to him uh, in Iraq, right? Apakulu. That's what they call him over there. So let me send this. Let me share it with y'all. You see how it looks there. So let me show you the statue of the Apakulu, or Anunnaki. I believe somebody said that he had a beak, right? So let me share this with y'all. Let me show you this other photo. There you go. That's the photo or statue. What they call the well, that's a Anunnaki, but that same picture is Apakulu. They call it Apakulu in Iraq. Uh, but if you look at the way that is the way that is, and then you look at how the other one is standing, you can see the similarity to it. So I showed you that one, and check it out. Just giving you an example. Very very old, ancient. Okay, let me go back to y'all. Yeah, reptilian like. That's a they look different. Those are the ones that people called, believe it or not, the Watchers. Anunnaki, the Apakulu, the Watchers. That's how they looked. Some look different than others. Let me show you. Let me go back in there, and I'm going to show you some of how they looked. I'll take I'll show those photos right now. Let me show you because they're shapeshifter skinwalkers. There were angels, fallen angels, but they were the ones that were watching over mankind, in which they corrupted mankind. They were lying to man. A lot of those human sacrifices that happened in the temples and all that, said to sacrifice people, to kill people, sacrifice them for the crops and for the sun, for the moon. It was the Anunnaki, the Apakulu. They're called many names, right? Or the Watchers that corrupted mankind. Yeah, they're called many names. Of course, in many languages. So let me take some screenshots of this one so you can see that they look different because they were different. When we talk about mermaids and mermans and all that. Okay, let me show them to you. I'm gonna do it, crop them, and we're gonna share them, so you get we can compare what they are. I'm almost done, brothers and sisters. Bear with me. All right. All I gotta do is send them over to me now, and I'm gonna show them to you. All right. I hope we still got 31 viewers here in Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Thank you for those that are tuning in. Let me share this images with y'all. They should be there. So let me share. Okay. Let me get out of this screen. Here we go. Here's some of how they look. There's one that looks like a bird, kind of like the one that was there. It had like a beak, right? It's got like a beak. It's got wings. Watchers. That's how they look when they were looking over mankind. They all look different. Not all look the same. As you can see, it's got carrying like a little purse here. There's one. And then you have one that looked like a fish. Remember, when this were the watchers, when they slept with when the watchers slept with women, they became sirens and harpies. Sirens, I mean harpies, because of the bird, and sirens because some other watcher this other looked. It's carrying a little purse. And then you had another one that looked like this. Still had wings, but it had the face of a man. It's got a purse here. If you really look at here, it even looks like he's got a watch on his wrist. You see that? Maybe this one is kind of like a controller of time or some sort. But it's got a watch on its wrist. So you got one that looked like a person. If you think about shamans, right? They carry little pouches with them. You think about a like a shapeshifter skinwalker, they carry the hides with them. But this is one of them looked human. Oh shoot, human bird-like with wings. The fish is the only one that didn't have no wings. Thing the only this looks it only looked like a fish, but then you had this one that looked like wings. And then of course this one that looks what people call reptilian, but that's one of them too. So there's four different ones here. The one that looks reptilian, the one that created the harpies, the one that created the mermaids, and the one that most likely taught witchcraft and necromancy to, well, all of them were affiliated shapeshifter skinwalkers. There were the Watchers. That's what you call the Watchers. They were here to look over mankind. That's how they look. And this is what I got here. Offspring of the Watchers. They all got little purses. That one's got a watch. Looks like a watch. Let me see if the other one has one. Yeah. And this one has some kind of, maybe it's an amulet, but it's got them on both of his hands. All right. Let me go back to y'all, brothers and sisters. You're welcome, brothers and sisters. I don't want to keep y'all too late. We've been on for probably another 15 minutes, and I'll call it a night. Yeah, handbag. Pine cone. Yeah, that's what I capture that they be watching. They're the DDN, which the offspring of those is the Nephilim. They're the creators of the Nephilim. The offspring, their children are the Nephilim. But they got destroyed. They made the Watchers, all the Watchers, see the children get destroyed by heavenly angels in the flood. Once that happened, then the Watchers got imprisoned. But what was left of the children of the offspring, which were the Nephilim, was a disembodied form, which we call demons, the DDN. But I'm just sharing how they look so you could understand. So when you have lechuzas or brujas that turn into an owl, well, guess where they get it from? From the Watchers, because that's dealing with magic and all that, right? Witchcraft and necromancy, they get it from them. Water DDN. One time I seen like a woman looking at me from underneath the water by the creek. But the closest thing that I got to water is like I got a couple of images by the creek. Star Trek, watch me beam me up. was the closest thing I got to the creek was like a ferry. I think my uncle used to go fishing at the Gulf of Mexico, or oh, excuse me, somebody named the Gulf of America. I'll say the Gulf of Mexico. That's when it happened. When it was the Gulf of Mexico, Port Mansfield. My uncle, he would go fishing. He would put on, would wear the gear, and he'd go walking like 2 miles into the ocean where it was shallow, right? So he'd walk all the way out there, 2 miles in, and he'll cast his line, you know. So he was out there fishing like I would say 2 miles. I'll say like half a mile into the water. So he casts his reel and he's fishing. Um, as he's fishing, his line gets stuck on something. So he's trying to pull it, and he's got a big fishing rod, and it's bending all the way down. So he's reeling it in, and it keeps on going deeper and deeper and deeper. So his rod is bent all the way down, like he's caught something. So as he's getting closer, the only thing he remembers is seeing something green and big come out of the water, huge, right in front of him, and went back under the water. That's the last time he went fishing. He never went back. He stopped fishing because of what happened to him. He has no idea what is it that he's seen, what it was. All he said, he was scared, smoking cigarettes. He said it was just something big and green. It looked prehistoric. I mean, was it what the people call the Leviathan? Some other people from other groups like using the word. Was it the Leviathan that he seen? It scared the hell out of him that he stopped going fishing. Uh, the caves in Malta, you heard of this? Underground caves, possibly. The inner earth, possibly. Or people want to call the inner earth. Uh, have an encounter that happened to my grandfather. Now, this is going to freak you out. Get You want to turn on some popcorn or something for this one? You want to share what happened to my grandfather? Hit the like button or give me some thumbs up. I'll share the story. This is going to be a good one. Okay, here we go. Just had to get a little bit of water in. My grandfather had a fishing boat. He used to go fishing in Port Mansfield, which is in South Texas. Port Mansfield. That's the name of the location where you go fishing. So he was out there fishing, and there was a bad storm that was coming through. Strong winds as he was fishing. Uh, the winds, this big wave came and flipped his boat upside down. I mean, he had a pretty good sized wooden boat. he flipped it upside down, so he was underwater. In the port there's sharks and all kinds of things. So there was lightning, thunder, a bad storm, big waves hitting the boat, and he was treading water. Right? He said he was real tired because the winds were so strong, the waves were so big. He was trying to stay afloat. He was a pretty big man. My grandfather, like 6'1", 6'2", and he was treading water. He was getting tired. He was trying to get back to shore, and he got to see the lights, some lights from the pier in the distance. So he started swimming that way. He said as the waves were hitting and he was sink underwater, come back up, that he heard his name being called. Jose, that's what his name was. Uh, he said, Jose, it was a woman's voice calling him Jose. And when he looked at the wave that was coming, he could see the woman with her hands open, Jose, but the body looked like a fish. And it was manifesting or taking form to look like my grandmother had already been deceased for many years. Remember? I tell you they had capabilities to shape, to manifest. So she was pretending to be his wife that had passed away a long time ago. So he got freaked out what he seen, and he started swimming nonstop, because he was coming for him, and he kept on telling him, "Don't go, come with me," and kept on saying his name. And she was on the waves, on top of the water. You know, People want to call her sea witch, mermaid. Uh, it was trying to take him. So he swam and swam and swam. I guess the fear gave him the adrenaline rush, and he made it back on land. He was freaked out and got in his truck. Drove, I think it's like 38 miles to Port Mansfield. He drove home, made it home, 38 miles. He was scared, shitless. He was telling everybody what happened to him. I remember because I was there when he was saying this story to my mother, to his family members. He said when he got home, he was asleep in his bedroom. He said when he woke up that half his body was getting pulled out the window. Half his body was getting pulling out the window, and it was the same thing that was calling him Jose, but it wasn't his wife. He had a beastly form in his face. You could see scales and everything. And he he fought it. He made it back into the room, uh, grabbed his shotgun, but then it went away. So for about 2 weeks after he made it back to shore, he kept on coming for him. Every night kept on coming for him. He wanted to take him. He would sleep with his shotgun by his side. I think he shot at it a couple of times with the shotgun, but it would come for him. My grandfather, he stopped going fishing too, but he told me of this story, and I believe the story 100%, because you should have seen the fear he had when he came from that trip. He was scared shitless. I mean, and my grandfather, he was a tough guy, a badass. He wasn't afraid of things. Uh, but what happened to him out there, you know, you say brought fear to him. Yes, a siren, Sister Madeline. A siren, a sirena, but a siren, because he said how he looked a greenish, scalish when they tried to come to get him. But how did she make it? This is a question. How did this siren make it 38 miles from the Gulf inland? There's only one way that could happen, I think. It's because they have the capability to shapeshift. I believe that's how I made it from the ocean inland. That they have abilities of swimming, of the elements, swimming. They have abilities of flying. Uh, when we talk about reptilians, they have abilities to those abilities they have with the elements. I think there's the only way she was making it inland, and it's got senses of smelling that it sensed them follow him all the way to his house. Yeah, but God rest his soul. My grandfather passed away a long time ago, like around 78, 79. But yes, I remember the story that he said. It's kind of like one of the reasons I is like you don't know what's in the water. Well, yeah, when you hear run into people that are around water, that work around water, he would always tell me about the shadow figures. My grandfather, not to go to certain areas down in the where I used to live in the Rio Grande Valley because there was evil things out there. I mean, he worked in agriculture. He worked all his life in agriculture, in the fields. Like kind of like cousin Jesse working the cotton. My grandfather worked like 22, 21 hours in the field, especially during the time frame of watering, like watering the fields. He'll be out there he'll make a lot of money, like 20 something hours. But he always carried a shotgun with him because you run into all kinds of things, bobcats, wildcats, bearcats, and of course, things of the supernatural. He really wouldn't talk too much about, but he would say things when he scared the piss out of him, right? He would say those things, and that was one of the stories that I remember clearly, and I said just like he said it. What happened to him? Yes, yes. Uh, he would tell me not to go to the west side of town. He said, "Don't be going out there to those door roads out there and to where that canal is. So you go further than that. So be careful because there's some evil things out there." He would let me know, "Do not go over there." He would talk about the shadow figures, uh, talk about brujas, lechuzas, and all those things. Yeah, it would irrigate. Safe to say the signalmen were screwed. Yeah, my grandfather, he was always giving me advice, even though he was drinking and he would smoke. He would tell me, "Don't do this, don't do that. It's bad for you." Even though he would drink or smoke, don't eat steaks like this. It's bad for your health. I remember the day that he passed away. He was playing. He was wrestling with his friend. You know, his they were friends for years, and they were wrestling. The next thing you know, he hold his chest and he just fell. Boom. That was it. You know, massive heart attack. He was not a he was is not he was it wasn't obese or nothing. He was in shape like my grandfather. You know, it's just he was all them steaks he would be eating got the best of him. Every Friday and Saturday, he'd be eating steaks. You know, back then they didn't have the technology that they have nowadays. He was about to take his last breath and his back up his shirt and pulled them up. He turned around. The person there was nobody there. Heavenly angels. Yeah. Well, I do have. Well, I done showed you what I think it might be like an Anunnaki or an offspring of it. Uh, I do have a picture of a fairy. If you'd like to see it, I can share with you. I got a picture of a fairy and a short real video of a leprechaun. How I captured it is because my senses were very keen, and I'll follow the energies around me, and that's how I believe I captured that. You know, because I would train my senses that way to feel the energies around me. But let me share the picture of the fairy real quick. For those that are into fairies, let me get out of here. See if I can find that little fairy for y'all. I think I might have passed her. Let's see if I can find her. I ain't showing her out in a whole minute. She probably mad. It's like you want to show all those brujas, but you don't want to show me. I'm the one that helped you showing off all these brujas. Here she is. I found her. Y'all ready for it? Y'all ready for it? Give me one thumbs up. Here we go. There you go. There she is. Being YouTubing says, I think fairies are more scarier. I got a story for that picture too. Yeah, that day I was in the wood in Elm Grove, the path of Elm Grove, where I had my encounter of the dog man or the lycanthrope or demons, whatever they were. And I want to go investigate some more. It's like it kept on drawing me into the woods. Uh, and I was there by the path, and the next thing you know, I could feel a lot of things around me. But then I heard a like a like a buzzing sound. Sound like a buzzing sound in the distance. It sounded like a low pitched voice. So I started following that sound, which led me out of the woods, but towards the bridge and the creek. And so I was following the sound. It kept on getting like louder, but it was low pitch, like a low pitch sound. And there was a like an open space, and I was following it, and it was getting closer. And I was by the edge of the creek, and I could hear the low pitch sound coming from inside the creek, but there was no water. So I just took a picture of where I was hearing the low pitch sound coming from, right? And this is the image that I captured. I'm thinking that she lured me away from that area because there was danger. I'm not sure. Some people say that the fairies, they can they're misleading, but I felt she was looking out for me because of the other things that were there. I don't know, but there she is. Yes, that's a grain of grass. But there she is, Miss Fairyland. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, she's small. Fairy magic. Go. So you can find this fairy on my show reels on TikTok. You can find her on my show reels on I mean show reels TikTok. Abe CS 895. You can find this little fairy on my show reels here on Facebook. I mean on YouTube, and you can find her on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters on Facebook. Show reel or a picture, the original picture, which is here. There you go. If you request something, if I have it, I'll show it to you. That's what I do here in Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. I think I have a little short reel of a leprechaun. What I think is a leprechaun. Thank you, Sister Madeline. Good night, Sister Ivy. Does anybody want to see the short reel of the leprechaun that I have? That little sucker is I don't know how tall he is, but he was short. Little leprechaun that I captured in Elms Grove. I guess when the portals open and there's so much activity that everybody decides to show up in Elms Grove. Fairies, leprechaun, pixies, deer women, aliens or reptilians, and shadow figures. It becomes a party. So y'all want to see that one of the little leprechaun? All right, let me look for it. Here we go, y'all. All you night owls and early morning people. Here we go. Not. I had an encounter with a deer woman, but I never captured. I didn't get a picture of her because it happened at nighttime. So here's the little leprechaun. The little leprechaun short reel I got. It's called Duende Leprechaun Upper Left on Video. Here we go. I'll play it so y'all can see him. Short little fella. It's right here. He's right here. Boom, there he is. I paused it so y'all can see him. Got like a little hat or something here. That's his face. He might be wearing a green little outfit too. Let me push play. Say laters. See, like he's got some energy or some kind of energy with him, magic right here. Still got it right there, and there's his face. I think might have come out of a portal or something. But then he says laters. Like to watch you, and he takes off. Okay. Yeah, he's quick that I had to lower down the video. I had lowered the footage so you can capture it on camera. But yeah, he's very fast. So when people tell me, "Do you think leprechauns are real?" Well, I got footage of it, so I will say yes, they're real. Or from the spiritual realm, his face, and he's like, "Later's." Tell you, uh, I capture all kinds of things. But in saying that, it's time for me to call it a night, brothers and sisters. I want to thank the moderators that've been with me here all throughout the night. I didn't know I had gone over the 3 hour mark, but sometimes it's like that when you're having a good time. I want to thank all the troopers, spiritual encrypted encounters, uh, subscribers that stayed up with me tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. God bless you and your families. Always remember to maintain a love foundation, a heavenly love foundation, because that's the key to overcome anything in spirit is through Jesus Christ, brothers and sisters. Don't forget this. And again, thank you all for spending the night with spiritual encrypted encounters. I'll be going solo for the next couple of days. I think cousin Jesse might be coming back with me on Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure, one of those days. But in saying that, good night, everybody. Sister Madeline, Sailor Nemesis. Oh man, there's so many people that showed up tonight. Bing Tubing. Who else is here still? Man, for the 42 people that's on here, thank y'all for tonight's Success to Live. I think I will remain on StreamYard because I did not like the live I did on YouTube. He tried to boot me out. I have no problems here on Restream, so I'm going to keep on doing my lives on Restream. Good night, everybody, and God bless every single one of you and your families. Peace out, everybody.